We have 78 IFBB bikini pros qualified for this year's 2025 Olympia, and I'm going to be going through every single one of them. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. My name is Phoebe Hagan, IFBB bikini pro from the UK, and today's video is going to be a big one, and a very, very special one at that, because I'm going to be going through the entire list for this year's 2025 Bikini Olympia. And the reason I'm so excited and saying that it is a big one is because there is 78 girls qualified. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the most amount of bikini Olympians that have ever been qualified for the Olympia. This is pretty special. And I think this is why they have now put in the new rules for 2026 Olympia and how to get qualified for bikini, men's physique and wellness, because there are such a vast majority of people, and there's only going to get more and more people as the years go on. And if there wasn't multiple people doing multiple shows this year, there would be more than 78 people qualified, because, you know, there's been multiple people that have done 2 shows, 1 multiple shows and stuff like that as well. So I'm excited to go through this list. This is going to be a 3-part video though, because it's a lot of names to get through, and there's no way you guys are going to sit through a 2-hour-long video. So we're going to split it into 3. So this is part 1 of looking over every single bikini Olympian for 2025. So let's get into it. So the qualification period for this year's 2025 Olympia was September the 16th, 2024 until September the 14th, 2025. Now, I don't know how many shows were done in between that period. Obviously, that is a year-long qualification, but I think there was around 78 athletes qualified. There was more than 78 shows within that time period. So I want to say maybe close to 90. I'm going to say it was around 90 shows, because there was, like I said, multiple people that won shows and all that type of thing. There are 25 countries going to the Olympia this year, which is really, really cool. And I'm going to read every single one out. So we've got USA, we've got 28 competitors. We've got 6 in China, 4 representing Canada, 4 from Italy, 3 from Brazil, South Korea, 3 from Spain, 2 from Hungary, 2 from Japan, 1 from Ireland, 1 from Romania, 1 from Russia, 2 from Thailand, 1 from Poland, 1 from Ukraine, 1 from Mongolia, 1 from Argentina, 1 from Germany, 1 from France, 1 from the UK, 1 from Turkey, 1 from Mexico, 1 from New Zealand, 1 from the Dominican Republic, and 1 from the Philippines. And this is why the Olympia is so much fun, because there's so many people from different corners of the world, and it's just such a special experience for everyone. So we're going to get straight into it and go through our first competitor that was qualified for this year's Olympia. 2 things I want to say before we get started. 1, I do massively apologize if I get anyone's name wrong. I am not the greatest with names. I have been known for that in the past, so I do apologize, and I will try my hardest to say everyone's names correctly. And 2, I do want to apologize if I have got any information wrong on this. I've done my research, but ChatGPT and other corners of the internet sometimes can be incorrect as well. So I just want to make that clear before we get started. So let's get into it. Okay, first up we have Deanna Dang, who is representing USA. She got qualified at the 2024 Sasquatch Pro October last year in 2024. And if I'm not mistaken, she won her pro card in the 2021 Miss Bikini USA, if I'm not mistaken. So this is what she looks like and what she looked like when she won her qualification. I love this bikini suit on her. Yeah, she's stunning. I think this is also her first time qualifying for the Olympia. So obviously this is her Olympia debut, which is really cool to see. And I don't think there's quite a few people that are qualified and it's their first Olympia within this year. So this is quite exciting for a lot of people, you know? Really nice presentation. I think obviously this has been over a year now. So I always like it when when I've been qualified, I always like being qualified the year before. It just gives you so much time to see how the division has evolved and changed and all that type of thing within this whole year. And then you can kind of, you know, tweak your package accordingly, which is really cool. So yeah, first one of the season. Next up, we have Zsofia Molnar, if I pronounce that correctly, from Hungary. I'm not too sure when she earned her pro card, but she got qualified at the Tsunami Nutrition Showdown in France in September time of 2024. And she also recently literally competed at the Battle of Bodies Janet's show, and she got 4th place. So I think this is a really good time to kind of be competing again before the Olympia to kind of see, okay, what do they want me to change, what do I need to do differently, and all that type of thing. So, and this is her shape from November time when she competed at a different show. I can't find any videos of when she won her pro card. She's got lovely posing, really nice and poised. Shape is lovely. I always really like her taper and her waistline. She's got a really tiny waist and such nice open lats and upper body. So I think she's got a stunning structure. Next up, we have Iulia Baba from Romania. I think she lives in the US though, but I'm not too sure when she won her pro card. She got qualified at the Florida Pro in September, and she also got qualified at the Daytona Pro in September as well. If I'm not mistaken, I think that might have been a back-to-back, been 2 back-to-back kind of shows, because I remember seeing that as well, and she did absolutely incredible there. So that's how she got qualified for this year's Olympia. That was in both of those shows were in 2024. She's done multiple Olympias previously beforehand, so she knows what she's doing when it comes to the Olympia. Next up, we have Jordan Brannon. So she is representing USA. She earned her pro card by winning the 2022 Junior USAs, if I'm not mistaken. And she got qualified in September at the Legions Sports Festival in September. I've actually posed Jordan Brannon multiple times leading into a lot of her shows for 2025, which is super cool. I've been able to see her journey and see her evolve, and it's been really cool to see that. She's done multiple pro shows. She's had multiple pro wins. She had her first attendance at the Arnold's this year, which is really good. And again, the Arnold Classic is an invite only, so it's such a prestigious show. And I want to say she's done multiple Olympias as well, and she's gone from being in potentially 3rd or 4th call-outs and getting, I want to say she got 12th place last year. So you can only see her moving forwards. Next up, we have Sara Choi from South Korea. I'm not too sure when she got her pro card, but she got qualified at the Asia Grand Prix All-Stars in September of 2024. I do apologize about the quality of some of these videos. I've tried my hardest to kind of get like some really good quality videos. She looks stunning. I always am a massive fan of the Asia shows and productions because the production level at these shows are just absolutely incredible. They always are. So it's really cool to see it. She's also been to the Olympia previously before. So like I said, I do think that there are multiple Olympians within this Olympia as well. There's I think fair few that have not competed before at the Olympia. So yeah, I'm excited to kind of see where she falls. Next up, we have Ashley Hampton representing USA. She earned her pro card at the 2016 National Championships in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I'm not 100% sure if that is correct. She won and got her qualification for the Olympia at the 2024 Southern Muscle Showdown in October. And I remember seeing her because I was like, oh my God, who is this girl? She looks incredible. She's got really nice shape, very, very poppy. And I was really, really obsessed with her glutes and her front shot. I'm excited to kind of see where she kind of lands and how she gets on within this Olympia. I think she looks stunning, very, very nice poise posing. And she has that kind of certain swagger about her as well. Like that everything just looks easy and very effortless when she's posing. Next up, we have Jess Feeney representing Ireland. I'm not too sure when she won her pro card, but I want to say it was felt like it was around 2022, maybe 2023. And she got qualified at the 2024 Colosseum Pro in Milan, Italy in October. And I remember her season very, very well because she was competing a lot. And I love this clip of her when she won because she absolutely was like jumping around because I want to say this was after she kind of competed quite a few times. I think I want to say she did maybe like a couple shows before this and she was kind of getting in that top five. You know, when the win just is not coming and then she finally got that qualification and it's like, bam, it's there. So that feeling is like no other. And it's really, really cool to see her like how all that hard work kind of comes to play. And she's got a very, very stunning physique as well. I'm interested to see what they would like her to work on because obviously this was quite a few months ago in October. So it's almost a year ago now. So I'm interested to see like what they would want her to work on kind of moving forwards and going into the Olympia, what they want to see from her. Next up, we have Miss Lauralie Chapados, and she's actually now lifetime qualified since her winning the Olympia 2024. So if you win the Olympia, the Miss Olympia ever, in any time, any place, you are lifetime qualified for Olympias moving forward. So she got qualified in 2024, and personally, I don't think I can see anyone else beating her. Only person, when that person comes up, I'm obviously going to say who I think can beat her. But I honestly think from how locked in she is, what she's looking like at the moment, I just don't think I can see anyone else beating her. I think she's solid for this 2025 season. So I'm excited to kind of see how everything goes into play within this year. But these are just clips from 2022, 2023 and 2024. And yeah, I just think she is the pinnacle of what bikini should be. And okay, I didn't realize they were back to back. The next person we have is Ashley Kaltwasser. So Ashley Kaltwasser is the person I think that potentially could take the title from Lauralie. That's the only person. I think Ashley is someone who is so consistent with what her physique looks like in terms of muscle mass, in terms of shape, in terms of conditioning. She's always just there. The only thing I think that can quote unquote let her down is posing. But I also do think that her posing has massively improved since she last took the stage. And even when I see her, take the stage, because she's done a couple of shows this year already, she has massively improved on that. And I think that's something that will then potentially threaten Lauralie moving forwards. And I'm excited to kind of see how those two play out. Now, Ashley is also lifetime qualified because she won her first Olympia in 2013. She's also 3-time Miss Bikini Olympia. So regardless, she will always be lifetime qualified. And this was her at the 2024 Olympia. And like I said, I do think that she could really bring something special to this year's Olympia, because I do see a lot of improvements from posing, physique standpoint. Like, she always improves. Every single time she gets on stage, she's always improved. I'm excited to see where she lands. Next up, we have Miss Jasmine Gonzalez. Now, Jasmine also earned her qualification by doing the Mr. Olympia and getting third. So she is qualified for the next Olympia, so 2025 Olympia. So if you get top 3, I think in bikini, if you get top 3 at the Olympia, you will get qualified for the next Mr. Olympia. Now, obviously, Ashley was already qualified from Lifetime. Lauralie obviously won, so now she's Lifetime qualified, and Jasmine was left to qualify also for the 2025. She also competed at this year's Arnold Classic, and I think that after that, I don't think she competed after. So she went into her off season. She kind of is making improvements, all that type of thing, moving forward to now go into this year's Olympia. Now, I know a lot of people had her in, top 3 for the Arnold. They had her even potentially winning the Arnold after obviously her big top 3 placing at the 2024 Olympia. I spoke to her after the Arnold in person, and she mentioned that, she just came in a little bit too full and a little bit too vascular. And unfortunately, sometimes that is just the case. Like, sometimes you get it spot on, sometimes you miss it, and that's okay. And I think it was really smart of her to go into that off season and say, hey, we're going to improve, and we are bringing it for this year's Olympia. So I have no doubt she's going to do that. I can already tell she's got a fire in her from seeing her updates and all that type of thing. So she always is stunning. She always brings such an amazing physique and always a great presentation. So I have no doubt she's going to shock a lot of people. Next up, we have Miss Vania Auguste, who won this year's 2025 Bikini International, meaning the Arnold's. And that is such a big deal because the Arnold's is such a high level show. I remember being there and being backstage, and I was like, it was between her and Amy. I didn't know who was going to get it, and I was in pure shock, and also from pure happiness. I was so happy for her. She'd worked so hard. I mean, all those girls worked so hard, but it was so cool to see Vania get her win. So she got qualified for this year's Olympia through the Arnold. But before that, that's not actually how she got qualified. She won the Arnold and got qualified for the Olympia, yes, but she actually went on after the Olympia. She got 5th at the Olympia, which is her highest placing ever at 2024 Olympia, which is amazing. She actually got qualified at the muscle contest Brazil Pro. And I think I want to say that was it was Olympia in Brazil in October of 2024. So that's how she actually got qualified for this year's Olympia. Because I think a lot of people, I actually forgot that. And I just thought, I was like, oh yeah, she did the Arnold's. No. She did the Brazil Olympia and she got her qualification through that. And I think no one can say that she hasn't got her presentation on absolute lockdown. Like, I am obsessed. Every time I see her, every time I look at her routine, I'm like, it's my favorite. Honestly, it's my favorite. This isn't the full, obviously, routine of what she did, but she just looks stunning. She always just has a great swagger about her. And this honestly sets you apart from competitor to competitor, when you just have that aura when you step on stage and you just own the shit out of it. It just is untouchable. So really, really, you know, we want to make sure that we can work on our presentation as much as we can at any given point. And Vania is representing the US, but I know that she is Asian American. So I want to say that obviously that's what she also represents. She kind of represents both in a way. Next up, we have a posing portal member who is Adair Libbrecht. I think that's how you say it. She's representing Canada and she earned her pro card, I want to say in 2021 at the Canadian Nationals. She won her Olympia qualification by doing the Hurricane Pro. So me and Adair have worked together for, I want to say around, just over a year now. And the main thing she always wanted to make sure that she could present and bring is sexiness and confidence on stage. She knew how to hit a front post. She knew how to do transitions, all that type of thing. But the main thing was making sure she could actually bring that kind of like different level of posing to the stage, to the pro stage. And we really worked on it a lot. And if you go to the Posing Portal Instagram page, you'll see that there are different transformations of her and you can see the difference from year to year. And it's absolutely incredible. And it makes a huge difference because we went through every single detail. So if you are wanting to make sure that you stand out with your posing, you need to make sure that you put the work in behind it. But yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing to see Adair on stage. Next up, we have Patrizia Vaccaro. I'm trying my best to say these names, but she is from Italy and she recently just won a pro show a couple days ago. I cannot remember for the life of me which show it was, but she got qualified at the Iron Diva IFBB Pro Fit Pride show in October last year. And she's got a very, very stunning physique as well. Like, I mean, all of these girls, they say, oh, you know, she's got a stunning physique. All these girls have absolutely stunning physiques. So she looks absolutely incredible. My main thing for her is her waistline. I think these are such cute videos and photos. Her waistline is absolutely incredible. She's got such a tiny, tiny, tight waist. And this was her at her most recent pro win, literally a week ago. So, and she's got, like I said, an incredible shape, incredible physique. My only thing I would say in terms of improvements wise is just to let that outside arm be less flexed, because it is very, very flexed at the moment. And I think if she was to, you know, relax it and just allow her shoulder to do her thing, that shape would come to play so much more. Incredible shape. Next up, we have Iulia Fashoga, and she is from Russia. Not too sure when she won her pro card, but she got qualified for this year's Olympia at the Moscow Showdown in October and in 2024. And I couldn't find any videos from the show or anything like that, but this is the woman in red. I think this was her from another show that she did previously this year though. Incredible shape. I think I'm excited to kind of see what she would then need to work on within this year's Olympia, but she's got great shape, great glute development. She's got the nice balance from top to bottom. So it'll just be a case of what they want to see from her. Next up, we have Ivanna Escandar. And I want to say, if not one of the best pro athletes in Europe, from the status she's had in terms of how much she competes, how many wins she's had, and how many kind of levels of shows she's done. And it's been, you know, she's had an incredible kind of year. I'm excited to kind of see where she falls. I don't know how many Olympians she's done, but she's done quite a few. She's never been in the top 10, and I can see her potentially cracking that top 10 this year. This was her at another show that she did, and she got second at, but she, again, looks stunning. I think she's got very, very good frame. She's very conditioned. It just sometimes, when, depending on what type of competitor she's next to, sometimes she falls a little bit short. Now, I do think that potential fullness in the glutes maybe in her back shot. Next up, we have Ndeye Ndour, and she is from Thailand. And I want to say she's also done multiple pro shows as well. She got qualified in the Muscle Contest Vietnam Pro held in November of 2024. Like I said, look at the Asia shows. Like they're such good, like, cool atmosphere, and I've always wanted to go to them, honestly, because you know, the production looks incredible. So I'm really excited to potentially kind of go to one. But no, she looks incredible. Great presentation, very nice and poised. Again, very good balance from top to bottom. Honestly, I don't know how the judges are going to do this year. There's so many girls that I'm looking at and I'm like, damn, these girls are all insane. So judges, you've got a hard time ahead of you, honestly. Next up, we have Eujenia Kaczmarek, if I'm saying that correctly. She's from Poland. And I actually was at her, I want to say, with when she won her pro card and when she did her pro debut, if this is correct. I remember it was the big man weekend. That was my first pro show, I think, of 2019. And she competed in that show with us after she won her pro card and she got fourth. And that, I remember that lineup being huge as well. So she's always been a star from the beginning, I feel. And she got qualified for this year's Olympia at the Everest Muscle Games Pro held in November 2024 in Poland. She also recently just won a pro show in Germany. And yeah, she again looked absolutely incredible. I think she's actually going to do the Sasquatch show this weekend as well. So she's come in for multiple kind of like improvements and all that type of thing. I think she's massively improved over the last couple of years. I think density and conditioning was always something she needed to work on, but she's now kind of nailed it, and I'm excited to kind of see her up against everyone. Next up, we have Miriam Barbosa from Brazil. She got qualified at the 2024 Muscle Contest Fit Prior Pro in November of 2024. I can't actually tell you guys how competitive this Olympia actually is. Like, a lot of the girls, you know, a lot of the times we don't see everyone on stage, and sometimes, you know, because it is very, very long, we wait for the people that we know and all that type of thing. But all these girls actually qualified for the Olympia are incredibly competitive, like incredibly competitive. So it's really, really exciting to actually go through everyone's Instagrams and see everyone before they're getting on stage. So yeah, I'm excited to kind of see Miriam. She looks really, really good. Very, very good. Incredible conditioning. It's not too much, not too little. Like, she's got a really good complete physique, and she's got a very, very nice tiny waist. So I've actually seen quite a few people with this lilac kind of pale pastel-y bikini, and it's interesting because I wouldn't go for that, but it looks really good on her. Next up, we have Lacy Rutland, and she is from USA, representing the USA. She got qualified for this year's Bikini Olympia in the 2024 Iron Games in November time. And that is a big show, a really, really big show. It's usually, you know, a very packed out show. So I remember Attila doing that show way back when she was competing, and I think that was one of the biggest ones of 50 something girls. So this show's always a very, very big one. And again, I do apologize about the quality of the video. Very, very nice presentation, great structure. I love the curly long hair. Also, another thing I noticed is she has tattoos. Now, I always see people comment and say, you know, all bikini girls that go to the Olympia, they never have tattoos, blah, blah, blah. Like, she's got tattoos and she gets qualified for the Olympia. She's got a half sleeve and she's gotten qualified. So that tells you that tattoos don't mean anything if they aren't covering up something that the judges need to see, you know? Like, it's on her bicep and a little bit of her shoulder, but it's not taking away from any of her physique. So there's no reason for the judges to kind of mark her down. So, but she looks incredible. I'm very excited to kind of see how the improvements look for this year's Olympia. Next up, we have Kerry Sexton from the UK. So she's the only UK athlete this year, and it's cool because I'm like, she's flying the flag. And funny story, me and Kerry actually used to train together. And when I won my pro card, she was my training partner. At the time, she was competing in PCA, a different federation. She also won her pro card then because we're both from the same town. So it was quite cool to see how, you know, we've always spoken about how both of us were always wanting to be, you know, IFBB pros, go to the Olympia one day, and now both of us are. It's really, really cool to kind of see this. So I'm really excited to kind of see her fly the flag. And yeah, like I said, she got qualified at the Romania Muscle Fest in November of 2024, and she actually won her pro card in 2019. I think since she has become a pro, I think the muscle development she's gained since 2019 has been incredible. I think she's, you know, done a lot of hard work to get to this point because, you know, like we say, these bikini girls are next level. They're really, really dense with their muscle mass and stuff, and you sometimes really need to level up your game and stuff. So it's really cool to see how much she's improved over the years. This is her first Olympia, so I'm excited to kind of see where she goes from here. She just got second twice at the last two shows she's competed in within the last 2 weeks in Europe. I'm excited to see her go to the US and see what she kind of gets there. Next up, we have Lawna Dunbar. She got qualified at the IFBB Pro 2024 Ben Weider Natural Pro in November 2024. Lawna has always been someone that I really like. Her shape, it's so beautiful. She's got such a nice, pretty physique. Overall, great balance, and I've always been obsessed with her posing and presentation. I want to say it might have been last year or it might have been this year. I remember seeing her do the new style of fit model front pose in bikini, and it was really cool to see that because I haven't seen anyone do that for a very, very long time. But I do think that you have to have fun within your routine and kind of show off what you work so hard for. So I'm excited to kind of see what her presentation will look like, what the improvements will look like, and all that type of thing. Next up, we have Valeria Veneronko, if I said that correctly, from Ukraine. She is also a previous Olympian, and she got qualified for this year's Olympia at the 2024 LVLS Prague Pro in November of last year. She's always been someone that I have really liked her physique, and I think she came on the scene not too long ago either, and she got qualified quite quickly, and everyone was very, very obsessed with her because of her muscle mass, her conditioning. I'm interested now because I've seen her at a few shows and she's not done as well as she used to in terms of what she placed at and all that type of thing, and I'm interested to see why. She is also very, very tall, so being tall in the bikini division I always do find very, very difficult, because you can either look too big or you can look too small. There's kind of sometimes really, really hard to get that in between, but I think she's so beautiful. Her presentation is so nice, soft and subtle, and she just kills it. So I'm excited to kind of see what she looks like at this year's Olympia. Next up, we have Wu Bi from China. She got qualified at the Sean Ray Hawaii Pro in November of 2024. I couldn't find a video of her on stage, but this was when she won the Hawaii show, and yeah, it's such a moment, especially when all the girls are there enjoying themselves. Like it brings so much like great energy to you. So yeah, when she got qualified, it was such a cool thing to see. I think she looked absolutely incredible. I saw photos and stuff. Let me try and see if I can find any. This was when she got qualified in 2023 for the 2024 Olympia. And again, like I said, she's got a great shape. This is a video from December 2024 Iron Games. So this is what she looked like at a different show, not the show that she won. This is her presentation, nice and poised. I like that red suit. I always love a red suit. I do love red on bikini girls, especially when you have dark hair. It always makes you pop. So I'm excited. It's going to be interesting to see what she looks like on stage. Next up, we have Taylor Crowell, and she is from the USA, or she's representing the USA. Got qualified at the 2024 Atlantic Coast Pro in November 2024. Oh, and I saw her, she competed at a show recently. I want to say it was the Battle of the Bodies, Janet show recently. I think she got 5th potentially. So I think I remember seeing her last year and I was like, wow, this girl is like stunning. She looks great. I think she poses very, very well. I do think that she's moving pretty quick, and I can't remember when she won her pro card. I want to say this is potentially her first Olympia, maybe. That transition from going to amateur to pro, I always say to a lot of people, is always so difficult, because you think, oh my God, I've got to move so fast, but you really don't. You have the time. So I'm excited to kind of see what she looks like now and going through everything. Next up, we have Sara Panzetti from Italy. I want to say she won her pro card at the LVLS Prague show. I'm not too sure of the year, but I saw a photo of her at the show holding a pro card up. I remember seeing her win that show because I was like, well, who's this? She got qualified at the 2024 One Bro Pro show in November of 2024. And this is why I said, oh my God, who's this? Because she has a stunning physique, like absolutely stunning. I was really, really I like her structure a lot. She's quite hard in the legs here, but I do think that she competed recently and she does look a little bit softer and a more overall bikini, but I love her shape. I think her shape is absolutely incredible. So I'm excited to kind of see what she looks like within this year. Next up, we have Ndeye Ndour, if I want to say that correctly. I'm not too sure if I've said that correct, but she's representing the USA and got qualified at the 2024 KC Pro Show Championships in November 2024. And she's also a previous Olympian as well. So she's competed multiple times at the Olympia. I think she has such an incredible shape. I think the main thing that sticks out for me is always her glutes. She has such great glute fullness, and like the length of her glutes, I always think her glutes are so long, like her tines are so long. That's what I think makes them kind of like look even more like out there. So I'm excited to kind of see what she's going to be looking like on stage. I love this blue on her. I think this blue is absolutely stunning on her. So yeah, this is going to be a good one. Next up, we have Nwanga Bata, who got qualified at the 2024 Japan Pro in November. So she has won 2 shows to get qualified for this year's Olympia. She will have no problem within the point system for 2026 from having to win. This is what she's looking like. I think it's going to be a great showing. She has great poise, really nice movements, control on stage, exactly everything you need within the bikini division. So I think she'll have no problem in showing up on stage. Next up, we have Chantel Hill, and she is representing Spain. I want to say she earned her pro card at the 2023 Amateur Olympia in Portugal, and she got qualified at the 2024 Big Man Weekend in Spain, November 2024. I think posing wise, again, like I mentioned to someone else, is when she's in her front pose, she really flexes that front arm. So I will say she probably just needs to be careful if she's not already doing that, just to calm the arm down, because she has the muscle mass there. I think sometimes, a lot of the times, we really try and overcompensate when we think that a part is small of us, and we really don't need to. We just need to let it relax and show off the muscle as is. So I don't think she'll have a problem with that, but just making sure that she just calms that down is what is needed. Next up, we have Miss Jessica Wilson representing the USA. She is Miss Masters Bikini Olympia 2024, and she got qualified by doing the 2024 IFBB Battle of the Bay Pro Show in December 2024. I've always loved Jess. I love to see Masters competitor compete in open, because I do think that I speak to a lot of people, and I'm not saying this just out of whatever, but I think I speak to a lot of people and they are always worried about competing as a Masters in an open. And Jess is honestly such an inspiration for that, to be like, honestly, age is just a number. I can get to the Olympia at any age, so why should you hold back? She's been competing for absolutely years as well, and she's still only just getting started. She's still getting better and better each year. I think it's a testimony to her that she just does so well. And she got second at this year's Master Olympia to a new Master Bikini Olympia, which I'll show you soon. Okay, that is part 1 done. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you look up at part 2. The part 2 hopefully should be up in the next couple of days. I hope you enjoy something like this. Please comment down below what you think of the girls you've seen so far within this video, and I'm excited to see you in the next one. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon.